Hey, I'm Tashi, and welcome to my home. I am taking you through a weekend in my life running my small businesses because I may work a full-time education job during the week, but the weekends are solely dedicated to running my yarn shop and my online business. So I figured I'd show you what a weekend in my life is like. Are you ready to get to work, Kevin?
I love yarn. I love yarn. I love yarn. I love yarn.
So today is currently Friday, and I popped home over my lunch break to let my dogs out, say hi to the Kevmeister, and just to pack my car and get stuff ready to go to the shop. Because as soon as I'm done with my teaching job on Fridays, I actually head directly to my yarn shop because my yarn shop opens at 5 and we close at 9 on Friday nights, and it's our sip and stitch night, which is my absolute favorite night of the week. I absolutely love it. So many people come out for sip and stitch night, and it's always so much fun. So I'm very much looking forward to that, but I definitely do need to pack a project for myself to work on during sip and stitch night. So I'm gonna get that all packed up, get the car loaded up with some stuff for the shop, and then we'll head up there once I'm done with my day of work. So I guess I will catch up with you again when we're at the shop, and I'll give you the rundown on what we have to get done. All right, well, I just got to the yarn shop. It is currently about 4:30. I open in half an hour, and I do have quite a bit to get done before I open tonight. So I always have dishes to kind of put away. I just use these like felt totes for transporting my glasses for wine, like to and from my house to wash. So I've got to get those put away. And then I have some new inventory that I have to get put on the shelves that one of my vendors dropped off earlier today with one of my friends that lives in town. So those are kind of like the key priorities. I do also have a giant basket of pre-loved yarn that I have to get priced. So I'll probably do that at some point tonight. And I'll probably take some pictures or record some stuff for social media. I don't know, we'll just see how much time I have left. But I do have a giveaway going on right now in the shop. I'm giving away a bundle of some of my hand-dyed yarn that hasn't even dropped yet. It's dropping on my May shop drop. So I'm giving away that with a bottle of wine. So I want to just kind of do a promo post of some kind and let people know that that's still going on. That's kind of the to-do list for right now. And then people should start arriving for sip and stitch night, which is always a lot of fun. So I probably won't have time to talk to you guys until tomorrow. So we'll just do a little montage until then, and then I will catch up with you guys on Saturday. Okay, hi friends. Time for a little update. So it is 2 o'clock on Saturday and the shop just cleared out. We're still open, but usually the afternoons are pretty slow. I am planning to change my hours once summer hits and probably close around 3 o'clock in the afternoons because really nobody usually comes in the afternoons and early evenings. But for now, I am here until 6 because those are the hours of the shop. But my friend Danielle just left. I had a couple other people here kind of trickling in and out throughout the morning. But I thought I would show you what I got done. So I'm currently working on a sweater for my sister-in-law who actually painted this mural that's in the background of the video here. And so I finally got the front panel done and it is looking so cool. I am obsessed with it and I'm fully planning to make myself one of these sweaters because I love the texture of it. Like the texture is just so cool. If you're curious, it's the Aki cardigan by Siso Mew, but it's all in Spanish. So I had to like translate it into English. And then I've been kind of tweaking some things as I've been going. So yes, it has been quite the journey, but I finally got it figured out and now I am making really good and really fast progress on it. Today has been a pretty typical Saturday, just kind of hanging out and yarning at the shop and helping customers as they come in. Danielle is also moving, and so today was her last day at the shop, so she did bring me some stuff for my storage room, just some like shelving pieces and stuff for when I get that all set up and kind of put together and organized. So that's really awesome that she did that for me. Other than that, I don't know. It's been a pretty chill day here. So I have, 4 more hours here that I'm gonna be just sitting around yarning, and then I'm going to Danielle's going away party tonight. But tomorrow she's actually coming over to my house to dye another round of yarn for the shop. So you'll get to see her again when she comes to help me dye yarn. We usually spend like an entire day just dyeing yarn. It's like an 8-hour day just dyeing yarn out of my kitchen. But my plan is to hopefully set up a dye studio in the back area of my shop. So that's kind of like my summer plans. I've already started kind of putting the puzzle pieces of all that together. So I'm very excited to be able to move there because it is kind of cramped in my kitchen, and then I have to like deep clean my kitchen once we're done dyeing, and it's kind of a process, but it's worth it, and I can't wait to share the dyes with you guys once they're finished. So that's your update for now. Before I close the shop for the day, I am gonna end up doing a deep clean because Danielle also brought cupcakes since it was her last time coming here, and we had a younger individual in the shop, and there were cupcake crumbs everywhere. So I definitely need to do a deep clean, Swiffer the floors, sweep the floors, which I normally do anyways. Then I also just want to like wipe down surfaces and just give this place a good once over because it could definitely use it. So I'll probably do that maybe around 4:30, 5 o'clock, as long as nobody's here. But until then, I'm just gonna hang out and hopefully make a little more progress on my sister-in-law's cardigan. And I guess I'll catch up with you guys probably tomorrow. Well, hello there, friends. So it is Sunday morning. It's about 10:30, and my friend Danielle is on her way over so that we can start dyeing yarn. I am currently icing my knee, so I had to pause the video because Danielle just got here. Say hi, Danielle. Hi. So I am icing my knee because it has already been a rough knee day, and I'm gonna be standing on it a lot while we're doing the yarn dyeing today. So that is today's primary goal, is to dye a buttload of yarn. We have a couple of ideas in mind for things that we want to do. So we're looking at dyeing either 2 or 3 different colors. I just got a bunch of plain yarn to dye. So I've got a lot of worsted weight, some sport weight, I think some fingering, and then I think I have a couple skeins of bulky. So I'm not sure what all we're gonna dye today, but yeah, we'll just kind of see how it goes and see how we're both feeling, and that is the plan for today. I don't know how long we're gonna go, but we'll just keep you posted along the way, I guess. Well, hello there, everyone. It is time for us to wrap up this vlog together It was a very busy weekend. We were working so hard on Sunday. I realized as I was kind of like doing the final edits of this vlog that I really didn't stop to talk to you guys and kind of tell you what was going on. So I figured I would just give you the rundown now. We were able to get 32 skeins of yarn dyed. You can kind of peek them sitting over on my bed. It was a lot of yarn, and we definitely continue to learn stuff the more that we do it. I'll just kind of show you what we did. So we did 2 different dyes. The first dye that we tried is what we are calling Blueberry Moscato. And I specifically wanted to do this dye based on a Blueberry Moscato that I carry in my shop. So this is the fingering weight and how that kind of came out. And then we also did a sport weight, which I think turned out so perfectly. Like, this is exactly what I was going for, like the heavy speckling and the deep, deep blue. So I love how the sport weight turned out. And then this is how the worsted weight turned out. So you can see there's a huge difference in how the color turned out from the sport weight to the worsted weight. And so that was a big learning curve for us. The reason why we figured that this happened is because I did not get superwash merino wool for the worsted weight. It was just a regular merino wool, versus the fingering and the sport weight were both superwash, and so they absorbed the colors a lot faster and a lot better, and were better for the speckling bits. But yeah, it was just so interesting to see the differences. So we did the blues. We ended up making 8 of the worsted weight, and then 4 of the sport and 4 of the fingering. And then we did another dye, which we are calling Blush Rosé, again, after a wine that I carry in my shop. So here's the fingering and how that turned out. Super gorgeous. Here's the sport weight, also turned out so, so awesome. And the worsted. So you can see the speckles just did not take on the worsted. It ended up just making some darker spots, which is still beautiful. Like, it's still a beautiful yarn. But yes, wasn't quite what we were going for. So those were all of the different types of yarn that we dyed. And we dyed, again, a lot of them, 32 skeins. And I am actually taking all of that yarn to my shop with me this coming weekend because it is local yarn shop day. And so this is going to be kind of like my first release of my hand-dyed yarn at my shop, and I'm super, super excited for it. So if you guys are watching this video, definitely make sure you join the live stream that's coming up in May. It's going to be on May 3rd, the first Sunday of May at 11:45 a.m. Central Time is when we'll start, and then I will open my shop at noon. But anything that doesn't sell from this dye batch, I will have on that shop drop for you guys to kind of have dibs on. But I don't know, I'm kind of hopeful that a lot of it's gonna sell because it did. It just turned out so, so cool. I absolutely love it. And it was so much fun hanging out with Danielle. She left already to move very far away from me, so I am super sad to not have her around anymore, but she's still gonna be in my life, just sadly not as my yarn dyeing partner anymore. But other than that, it was a really great weekend. Saturday at the shop was kind of just a rotating door. Kind of after I caught up with you guys on Saturday, it was funny because then immediately another one of my friends showed up. And yeah, it was really busy, but I'm always so grateful for the busyness, right? I'd much rather be busy than not. I don't know, that's kind of everything. That's what a weekend in my life looks like. Definitely drop in the comments if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future. And as always, I will see you next time for another crafting adventure.